Oh, it just played it on the computer too. Let me mute it. Hi, y'all. They probably heard that. It was a lag on Twitch, so it played what we had already said. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. I'm just waiting on y'all to join in. Let's see. As some of you may have seen, I got the deck, so I'm gonna wait for some more people to join. Um, y'all know it couldn't just be simple with me. I couldn't just do the deck, make the deck, have the deck. It has to be something extra with it, and I'll explain. But we got the deck. I'm excited. I'm gonna be shooting. Gotta do all the photos and all the videos so I can put it on my website, put it on Etsy, put it online. You know, gotta make it look professional, make it look good. So that's what I'm doing today. After I do this video, I will be doing let me put a little space. I will be doing all the videos and pictures for my tarot deck. I am excited. It's really cute. The only thing is, I will say I wish the images were a little bit brighter, but that's not the fault of the printer. That is the fault on me. They're a great printer. I'm going to gatekeep them. Sorry, I'm not going to share who they are. I am going to gatekeep. I had to struggle to find it. I will put y'all through the same struggle if you need it. But yes, I am gatekeeping my methods. But I really love how the deck came out. So if you guys get the deck, this is how it'll come. I did not do a box. I got y'all signs too. I'm seeing y'all signs. I wrote them down. Keep dropping y'all signs in the chat. These will probably be on the store tonight. Because I'm doing everything to set it up so that I can have it on the website. They will be available today. Like literally right after this video, I'm setting up the camera, tripod, all that. I'm recording all the videos I need to do. I'm going to get the little box with the white on the inside and the light. I got everything I need to set it up. But the reason I decided to do this, I need to make sure that my deck was going to be cost effective, because a lot of decks are highly expensive when people do them independently, and that's because the printer is expensive as well. I opted out doing a box because I never keep my box. I don't use my tarot boxes. I feel like, if you're really using your cards, I mean, I don't know. People save the boxes, but I don't. But I feel like you would be able to hold on to this, use this little bag for something different. Hey, welcome. You'll be able to use the bag for something different. But yeah, so this is how the deck will come. Now also, and I'm going to blame this part on me being born during Mercury retrograde, right? So this is the set this is the original deck. And in the deck, you have instruction cards. So I have instruction cards instead of a whole entire book. It's very straightforward. It gives you the definitions. I also use definitions that I use. So I incorporated like the typical when you get a Rider-Waite deck, and I incorporated my own, there were more definitions that I wanted to put on here, but because it's a card, I wanted to make sure y'all could read it. It came out very cute, very good. It's very clear, easy for folks to read. It's going to be very nice. But in true Aisha fashion, because I can't do anything normal. I don't know why. I don't know why I was born this way. I stared at this deck endlessly for hours, hours and hours and hours. The last thing I need to change was these instruction cards. When I changed them, because I did use AI, when I changed them, it cut off the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. I did not notice this, and I sent it in to get printed like that. So I had to order another 25 decks of one card to fix this card. So when you get your decks, they are supposed to be wrapped and sealed, but I will have to open them, put the new card in, and then they will be in your package if you order a deck. Because I just can't be normal. So y'all don't understand how long, like, I studied this deck. I stared at it. I edited it. It took me hours just to have that one mistake. So But it's all good. It could be worse, but this is the deck. This is the back of it. It has my YouTube on it at the bottom and my store link has my name on it. I noticed like a lot of back of the cards, like when I'm using my cards, I don't know whose deck this is. So I wanted it to be sure, like, this is the deck, this is my deck, where it came from. All the images are copyrighted, so I can release things and show them. Thank you, Diva, for the compliment as well on the nails. But yeah, so, and I did put myself in my deck. I am the Temperance. So that came out pretty cute. All right, my Virgo sister said I should have put my face on the outside too, but I said that's a bit much. I'm not gonna. I said that's a little too much. I don't want my face on the back of every card. But yeah, so these came out really, really cute, really pretty. I love them. I love them. I love them. So I am thinking of, I'm coming up with my Oracle deck because y'all know I do Oracle decks and cards together. So it's time just, get a whole set going. They'll be really cute. But I love how they came out. Shout outs to this printer. That's the Chariot. So just to show y'all how, so I love the Empress. The Empress came out really cute. And I'll be posting them, of course, when I do readings anyway. This is what I'm going to switch to using. I also, like, kind of want to sage them, do a little blessing on them, things like that. Test them out for myself. But they will be up on the store tonight. So I will be posting that. All right. Thank y'all for listening to that. So far, we have Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, and Scorpio. All right, so make sure y'all continue dropping signs in the chat. Let me see something real quick. Someone, let me email this person too while y'all drop your signs. Somebody order a reading real quick. Let me. I had to do the nails for the advertising too. I couldn't have no crusty nails, y'all. Because I got to hold the cards. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. We got Pisces on the list. I see Capricorn. All right. Child, what? We got a Bible verse in the chat about swine or something. All right, we got Aquarius. So we got Pisces, Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn. I'm going to get started. And, as people join, I will switch, go accordingly. If you need your rising or your moon sign on there, feel free to drop that. That's all good. All right, let's see. Let's get the center of the reading for the Pisces. Let me timestamp it. My bad. Let me timestamp that. If you're watching on TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, I am up on my YouTube. All right, so let's see. What's that, Libra? Sometimes y'all got to spell it because I don't got my glasses on, okay? So them little symbols, I can't see all the lines or the little emoji sometimes. All right, Pisces. What is the center of the reading for the Pisces? What's the center of the reading for the Pisces? Okay, Defiance. All right, here we go. We're starting off strong. All right, so, no, I'm just kidding. This could be envy, jealousy, going against the grain, completely being like disrespectful, hating something, or just not listening. All right, what role do you play here, Pisces? We're going to figure out what we're going against. Oh, no, you good. I'm messing with you. It's okay. It's okay, Ian. All right, so fluidity. All right, so right now you're going with the ebbs and flows. What rule is supposed to be followed here with defiance, or what are we going against? Okay, what is somebody doing instead? Let's see. So, okay, so in this energy, somebody is supposed to observe something, but instead they're continuing on the path that they were on. If it's not that, I feel like if there is a person involved, somebody's supposed to pay attention to a certain thing, but they're still paying attention to a Leo. What is somebody supposed to observe or pay attention to or notice? Finesse. Somebody's supposed to see somebody and they're supposed to get caught doing something. Okay, but that's not what's happening. What is somebody intending to do here with finesse? Like somebody's supposed to get caught, but that's not what's happening. Okay, we see truth. All right, let's what energy should you be in, Pisces? Okay, you should be in humor. Right now you're in fluidity. So when I get that card, fluidity means like you're okay with the ebbs and flows of something. You need to be in a scenario where you're around something that's happy or exciting or enjoyable. If you're wondering if today's a good day for you to go out, do something, you know, have a drink, eat something that you enjoy, go ahead and do that. It's a good day for you to indulge in something. But this looks to me like it could be irony. But what else will bring humor here? Let's see. Okay, luck. All right. It looks like something's going well for you. I feel like you have something's going well for you. All right, well, this, maybe you watching this or seeing this occur, it's like, yeah, you don't see that, or you don't see somebody's tricking you, or like somebody's supposed to see the trick, or somebody's supposed to obviously see that somebody did something wrong, but they're focusing on a Leo, or they are repetitively doing something to where they do not notice that they're being tricked. Okay, so I guess you can laugh at that. Let's see. Or yeah, but I feel like it's a good, literally, it is a good time for you to enjoy something. All right, so let's see. What is supposed to be happening with vision and finesse? Yeah, it's like something's like right there. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Somebody's like right neck. What the fuck? I'm sorry. The way that looks is like somebody is right next to the thief. Like literally, they're like sitting here with the thief, or somebody's like sitting here with the perpetrator, or like with the person that's doing something sneaky. They're right beside the person. They're right with that individual. So that's what it's like. Don't you see that? They're right there. We're telling you, they're right there. Somebody's like sneaking or copying or stealing from somebody, like right under somebody's nose. They're right there. That's crazy. Okay. If it's a child, I mean, this is not you then. I feel like you're watching this. I feel like something's gonna be funny to you. It's like you didn't see that. You didn't see that somebody. Okay, what is the person doing that they can't see this? Let's see. Let's see. This is Pisces. This is Pisces. So what is the person doing that they don't notice this? They're just the fool. I feel like it's like somebody's telling them. So who's telling them to do this? So it must be they don't want to listen to the person, or who's telling them? It's like they don't. Yeah, it's somebody's being generous and kind enough to tell the person. They don't see it. Maybe it's you, Pisces. Maybe it's you being nice. All right, well, this is your reading. All right. Now you should be humor, so I'm assuming this isn't you. So what are you currently doing in fluidity real quick? You're the Nine of Wands. So you're watching it and you are uncomfortable. I feel like if you're around this scenario and you're uncomfortable with it, you can leave. Like, I feel like that's the thing. Like, you're kind of sitting there and you're a little annoyed. Um, I feel like too, you keep staying in it. I see you staying in a scenario where it keeps going up and down because there's the Five of Cups. Like, something keeps, maybe, now I will say that maybe you need to see that. Like, if you're dealing with somebody and you're still going through like ups and downs and bad stuff and you're sad or something like that, I would leave this scenario because it looks like it's intentional. But let's see what else. What energy should you be in with humor? Thank you, Amelia. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups. I think you need to actually, I feel like this could be you. Like, if you don't see what's going on and it's right there in front of your face, it could be the person you're dating or something like that. But you have the ability to get up and walk away and go somewhere that's more stable. Yeah, the Four of Wands, King of Cups. I literally see you like getting up out of the house and going somewhere else. But maybe it's good for you to stay in a hotel or just stay with if you can stay with a friend. Go, if you can't stay with a friend, go to another room. Go, like, you have the ability to get up and go and leave somewhere. What is this person's intentions with finesse? Okay, look, they are trying to come off romantic. So I feel like somebody wants you to love them or romance would be, I'm sorry, they want to romance you. It does have something to do with love here, definitely, or to get your emotions involved. I don't I'm not gonna lie, the way this is drawn, like the Seven of Swords in this deck always kind of gets me because she's cooking. All right, so just, I don't know if you letting somebody cook for you or something. I wouldn't let them cook for you. But yeah, it's like it's right there. It's in front of your face. But if you're wondering if you're dealing in a situation where you're unhappy, literally get up and go somewhere. All right. This is Pisces. So you have luck. What else is luck for you? Typically when luck is there, that means you are able to do something that you know that can bring you happiness. You don't have to stay there. Okay, so it looks like you're worried about a fight breaking out, or you're worried about somebody challenging you. Oh yeah, you got fight peace. I wouldn't worry about that. I feel like this is an energy where you can get up and go somewhere. If you're wondering about where to live, if you're somewhere you don't like where you live at, all of, like, basically I want you to remember in this reading you have the ability to get up and go. I'm not talking about a scenario where you hate your job but you don't have enough money to quit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like dead ass, like you can get up and leave. You don't have to be here, stay here, nothing like that. You don't have to deal with whatever this is. All right, so that is Pisces. That's Pisces reading. Sag is up next, y'all. We don't have all the signs yet, so keep dropping signs. We got Pisces, Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Libra. Thank you, thank you. If you guys are on TikTok, y'all know I'm up on YouTube as well. So if you miss your sign, you can check it out. My YouTube is the same username. It is EeshUrHeartOut. If you guys join as a member, you do get a monthly question, and I do career and love readings for members. There's 2 tiers right now. I'm still deciding on whether or not I want to just switch it to 1 tier to keep it simple for everybody. Thank you for the gift as well. But yeah, so also guys, I do want to let you know, I can see a list of the members. Okay, please do not lie to me and say that you're on the list. It's not that deep. Okay, you don't have to lie to get a free reading. You don't have to do that. I do free readings every day for 3 hours. Don't be that person. All right, other people are willing to support, so we're not going to take away from the real supporters. All right, we're not going to do that. All right, I think y'all got the thank you. Thank you, thank you. I see the Taurus over here. All right, guys, so the order. We did Pisces. It starts at 9 minutes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We did Pisces starts at 9 minutes. We got Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Libra, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. That sounds like all of them. Oh, Virgo. You the last person. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. All right, so Virgo will be last. So, Jamari, we will see you in an hour and a half or 2 hours. Okay, Sagittarius is next. Sag is next. Thank you. 6, 7. My daughter, my daughter's like, well, I can't escape 6, 7. I'm so tired of 6, 7. All right, let's see. What is the energy? Let me change this timestamp a little bit. What is the energy surrounding the Sagittarius is most important energy here for the Sagittarius? All right, sexuality. This is a Gemini card, so this could be somebody that's opposite of you, a Gemini. It could be literally sexuality, sensuality, partnering up, things like that. All right, so let's clarify this real quick. What is sexuality here? I think my Oracle deck will have a million cards. That's the problem. Okay, change. Okay. So something, first of all, with this, I feel like something's shifting from masculine to feminine. The reason I'm saying that too, and it could be a Gemini and a Scorpio together. But the reason I'm saying that is Mercury rules Gemini. Mercury is a both masculine and feminine planet. And that is why Gemini is considered both masculine and feminine. Really masculine because it's an air sign, but Virgo is also ruled by Mercury and it is earth and it's feminine. So there's an ebb and flow between feminine and masculinity. This could also be about maybe like a Scorpio here with change. All right, so let's see what else. Scorpios do rule sexuality. What role do you play here, Sagittarius? What role do you play here, Sagittarius? Okay, so versatility. So right now you're in the feminine energy. All right, you're in the Empress energy. Also, when I get that card, that means that's something that you're in the middle of a manifestation, or you're inside something that you have manifested or created for yourself. All right. Or if you're wondering, if you feel like you do still have the creative ability to make more. I feel like this combination with sexuality too, if this is the energy within yourself, you're already in the feminine side. That's very like the creative ideas, the nurturing, the caring part. The masculine side of us is what protects us and secures everything. So that may be a topic of discussion as well. So if you're creating something for yourself, you want to protect it. That's the Emperor side. You said, do I think you should transition? If you want to, that's up to you. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know. All right, let's see. What other energy should you be in here, Sagittarius? Okay, so peace. All right, so peace is like the Four of Swords. Calm down. If you're wondering if you're in a good spot, you are in a good spot. I know the last couple of days has been going between peace and superstition. So when I was thinking about that reading yesterday, I realized it was about another thing. It was about something like two different things. But right now you can be calm, you can be peaceful. If you're creating something, like me, I waited until I had everything set in stone to talk about the deck, right? I waited until the deck was completed, copyright submitted, submitted to the print team, things like that. So if you're working on something or building it up, just wait until everything's complete. But there's nothing you have to worry about in this case. What else can you be at peace with here? You've got skill and self-love. All right, so and pride. All right, so if there's any Libras involved, I've been getting a lot of Libras in the Sag readings. If there's a Libra involved, or if you listen to a Libra, deal with a Libra, I feel like you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to pay attention to them. You don't have to worry about it. They could be doing something out of self-love for themselves. There's nothing that you need, I feel like, in that scenario. Not sure why they're coming out, but your advice is peace. It's pretty simple reading. We'll see what else. What else comes out? If you guys are wondering if you need to take a break from work or anything, peace is always a good, you know, piece of advice for that. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Okay, now remember, I forget. I be doing so many readings, and I know that there was advice for Sag to do passion. So I see the Knight of Wands here. It looks like you took action. You actually did something and made it work. All right, you got the King of Swords, 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 2 of Cups. There's the Fool. Okay. You're in a new beginning. Here you go at the bottom, the Temperance. So you're in a new beginning. Let's see. So I see you with that Cancer. Cancer comes out a lot for you guys. So it looks like there's information or something sharing between you and a Cancer. You guys got information. You're good. All right. So I feel like here with the Libra energy, it looks like they were a liar. There's like a lie here with the 3 of Swords. All right. But you did what you were supposed to do. You're looking back at all the moments, I feel like, where you were supposed to take action and you decided to wait. So you're looking at that. I feel like, because if you're in versatility, this can be the result of you manifesting something where you didn't wait to do it, right? You got the idea, you did the research, you did what you needed to do. Here's your product, here's the item, here's the success, here's the promotion, or whatever it was that you were working towards. You took action right away. You didn't hold back. All right, so let's see what else the Fool card is for you. I also, peace is when it's no communication. So I would not, if there is a Libra energy involved, I wouldn't really listen to that or anything like that. But we can clarify. What else do you need to be at peace with here? Let's just see. Okay, there's a sexuality part. Maybe I feel like, yeah, the 7 of Swords. I feel like something. There's the Magician. I feel like something is being made to be sexual with sexuality here. Maybe that's what this is about. Something's like, I wouldn't pay attention to this at all. This looks like the whole intention is to talk about sex or something like that. Okay. Let's, all right. What have you created for yourself with versatility? Okay, so it looks like something also involves an Aquarius. It looks like an Aquarius has sympathy for you. They helped you. I feel like, too, it's giving them a new perspective. There's something dealing with this Aquarius that's giving you a new perspective or giving them a new perspective. I'm also getting, too, you've looked back at a time where you were isolated or felt left out. And so now you're viewing something differently. You're like, oh, wait, I did that by myself. Like, you put emotional connection or emotional availability into yourself. You allowed yourself to feel, or you allowed yourself the sympathy to redo something or fix something. But I do feel like there is a scenario with an Aquarius and they have a new perspective, or this is you. All right, that could be what you created. Maybe you gave somebody a new perspective, a new outlook on something here. All right, I'm still not sure what the sexuality part is, but you're in the Empress. So just be at peace, protect something that you're working on. What other energy should you be in with peace? Okay, yeah, the Fool. So it's something new to start. If you're wondering if there's anything else to change, you can start on a new project. You can start on a new endeavor. What else is new for you with the Fool card? So something came to completion. What is this new cycle for you? Yes, I mentioned that. Emotions, dominance, and self-esteem. I said that. I said that you were able to provide like emotional like clarity for yourself or emotional availability for yourself. All right, you may look back at a time where your emotions may have had control over something like that, but yeah, you're fine. You're at peace. It's nothing for you to worry about here. All right, you got self-esteem, hustle, knowledge, and mystery. I'm also getting you went through a phase where you did not know something and you did end up learning it. So you went from self-esteem to knowledge. You did amass the information that you need to get. I'm also getting you could be in a space where people may pay you for what you know, depending on what you've created or what you've done and made for yourself. All right, it's pretty straightforward, pretty good energy. You guys are in the full car. You're free. You don't have any ties to anything. You're on a brand new cycle in your life. If you're wondering, I am not. Yeah, I don't. This interesting because the Libra energy is here, but it's not a big deal. I see the King of Swords. I see the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords. I see air energy, but I feel like that's why you're supposed to be at peace with it. I wouldn't even think about it, listen to it, worry about it, anything like that. I wouldn't. You're free to go, or you're free to do whatever you want. I wouldn't listen to it or worry about it. I keep pulling Libra and Sag energy together recently anyway. And I've told y'all I don't really, it's not too much advice personally that I would take from a Libra. For, I don't know if there's something spiritual on that. I need to think about that. All right, so that was Sag's reading. Ignore this. My daughter keeps sneaking and writing smiley faces on me. All right, Leo is next. Let's see. I saw it in the camera. She keeps, I don't know how she does that because I don't even feel it. And she just draws a face on me. All right, Leos. Let's see. Thank you for watching. Okay, let me mute you because you're weird. All right, let's see. Come on, go down. Why is it not doing it? Okay. All right, Leos. Y'all at the bottom of the deck right there. That's your energy. And yes, happy birthday to the Leos. Tara did mention that in the beginning, but I was talking. So shout out to the Leos. We're still in Leo season. Shout out to the Leos. My grandma was a Leo. Rest in peace to Joan. All right, so what's the center of the reading for the Leos? What's the center of the reading for the Leos here? Okay, Cancer. All right, you got Cancer placements, Cancer moon, rising, or you're dealing with a Cancer. All right. This could also be about a vehicle, transportation. In some cases, it could be a cop or somebody that like drives for a living, like a fireman, something like that. All right, what role do you play here, Leos? What role do you play here? Oh, wow. Okay, so you're coming out in Cancer energy today. So this is all about you. All right. I feel like with this combination, either you're talking about Cancer, you're influenced by them, you're with them. You could have a Cancer moon or rising. But I'm also getting that you could be talking about your past or thinking about your past, different memories. All right. So what about you is important, Leos? Let's see. What about you in this scenario? You are the center of it. Okay, leadership. So you are initiating something. You're leading. All right. Who are you leading? So you are initiating something. You're going to be the first to do it. Okay, personality. So you're leading somebody that's very outspoken. All right. What are you leading them to do? All right. Luck, intuition, defense, and confidence. So intuitively, somebody will block. They know what to block out intuitively. All right. Yeah, you could be encouraging somebody of this. You're leading somebody to do something at the right time. Or you're like, this is a great location. This is the right time to do this. Okay. What other energy should you be in, Leos? All right, knowledge. What information, what else do you know here? So you got the knowledge, you got the information. There's knowledge, self-esteem, fluidity, and innovation. Okay, let's see. Now, we did talk about Pisces being in fluidity, so you may be dealing with a Pisces energy as well. But you are initiating something. You're getting somebody to follow their intuition. All right. Let's see. Here's a Libra. All right, Justice. So a Libra is talking to you. All right, so you're gonna hear. All right, let me continue. Let me continue. Hold on. Yeah, your whole thing is centered around a Libra this time. So a Libra says something to you. They're giving you the information. I feel like you're trying to incorporate that information, but it is incorporating it into you doing something you're not supposed to do. So, intuition, defense, and confidence. What the Libra is telling you to do, you're supposed to, you would end up doing this, but you're not supposed to. Or maybe they know what blocks out confidence. Something blocks it out, and you know that now. Or what blocks out confidence here? Got intuition, dominance, and self-love. All right, that's interesting. So this person you're going to end up ignoring the offer. Like, you're listening to an offer, you're listening to it. You're like, that's a good idea. And then you're going to ask questions about it in a nice manner, but it doesn't appear to be something that really works for you. You are going to say no to it. I feel like whatever this energy is representing in the Nine of Pentacles, it comes with something very repetitive. 8 8, it doesn't, something does not come to fruition, or it never ends, or it's never built in a solid manner. So like the advice that you're giving is like it keeps you in a perpetual loop. Something also keeps redirecting you back to a Libra, even if, okay, so like this would be like, damn, how could I equate this to something? Like, say there has something to do with medication. The medication is like, it just keeps you coming back for more medication or something. That's the best scenario that I could give. It doesn't look like something gives an actual solution. All right, so let's see what you're doing in leadership here. Because it starts by you. Okay, yeah, see, it starts by you listening to somebody else. So you're using proof. You're showing it. Yeah, yeah. What is this? The Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. You're showing somebody this on paper. You're like, yeah, okay. Who are you leading? Who are you showing this to? And the way that this looks is literally like a teacher almost. You could be younger than somebody. But let's see. I feel like too, you have evidence of something too. Who else? Who are you leading here? All right, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Ooh, okay. Wait, hold. You're also leading like, okay, wait, hold on. There's a couple ways I could read this. If somebody's personality is intuition, luck and intuition, that is literally their birth chart. Something is in their birth chart, or like somebody has an intuitive gift that they're born with. It came from their mother. If somebody's watching this and you have like because who is this, Leo? If you have any of the following placements, right? If you got Scorpio, Aquarius, or Capricorn, then this, I know you're in a leadership position, but it's almost like you're born with like an intuitive gift or a natural gift. You're telling somebody this, or you're going to confirm this for somebody. And when I talk about intuitive gifts, it could be, that was my sister. Now, see, my sister should know that I'm on live right now. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. Why does this person keep typing this name? All right. So if this is somebody with a gift, right? Any gift that naturally comes to them, naturally a good singer, a good cook, they're good at teaching people, they're good at whatever, good at a sport, whatever that intuitive gift is, you are showing somebody that they are correct, or you are proof of that. So it could be something like, it could be something really small, like you just kind of prove it to them. All right, let's see. What else are you leading them to do with luck and intuition? Because I feel like somebody was listening to a Libra, and then they kind of come to you and you're more correct. I want to see what effect the Libra has on you too. Because there was a reading that I did a couple of days ago for Leo, and it had a Libra in it. And I said a Libra is responsible for something. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But okay. So what are you leading somebody to see here? Yeah, there's a 9 of Cups. I did mention luck and humor in the other reading as well. So it could be a Pisces as well. It's a lot of people involved. But you're leading somebody to follow a goal here. They're able to see something through on their own. They're able to also be very focused on it. So let's clarify what the justice is really quick. What is the justice? Okay, so if it is a Libra, they have a trapped mindset. They can only see something one way. That's why I mentioned, I literally said, if somebody's listening to that Libra, it keeps them in a perpetual cycle or something keeps repeating. That's what I said in the beginning. The reason it's repeating is the person that's giving the information can only see something one way, or they're trapped in a mindset. Okay, so what trapped mindset does this individual have? Okay, it's about spirituality, fight, and courage. They may feel like spirituality challenges people to be like, or challenges against somebody's courage or like, but really spirituality can also help you to be cautious of something. Like if you're not supposed to do something, spirituality will advise you against that. Like and when I'm saying spirituality, I'm talking about cards. But they have a trap mindset about spirituality. It could even be like maybe there is a reader and they can only see cards in one way. Because there's a reason, like technically when we read the 9 of Pentacles, right, the generic definition of it is that somebody has like this fruitful garden, they have things around them, right? But 9 is isolation. You know, maybe somebody has everything and nobody to share it with. Maybe that's not always a great piece of advice to give somebody. Also, different readers just interpret things different ways. Like me, for the 9 of Pentacles, I noticed that she's focusing on this bird. So for me, I'm like, okay, somebody's really hyper focused on something. Like there's a million ways a reader can read something. And now let's keep in mind, your reading is about how somebody's personality is intuition. So I always tell y'all, intuition is separate from cards. Intuition is separate from any belief system. Intuition is your gut instincts, or knowing that something will work well, knowing what not to do, where not to go. That's gut instinct. So I feel like the person that's involved here, this person in particular, they have a certain belief system and they can't change it. So the advice that they're giving, that's why the advice is repetitive, right? So like every person can't do the same things as each other. Like we're all not in the same exact position in life to do the same things, or we don't all need the same exact advice. But this would be like a person who gives the same advice to everybody and it gives like the same outcome or something like that. Like it's, what is this trap mindset cause here? Yeah, there you, it's like, no, wait. So I don't know if you're comparing. You may even go look up your birth chart. It's almost like it's like I don't know how to explain this. Yeah, and then here you go. So it's almost like it's like a chain reaction. It's like, say you go listen to this individual, right? Go listen to this air sign or a Libra or whatever. And the information that they're giving you, you're like, wait, that doesn't really help. Can you help me with this? And that person ends up, it's weird. This is hard to explain. You are healing something. You are having this, you do have the solution to it. You're like pointing it out. You're letting somebody know, like, yeah, you were right, or yeah, that was really helpful. Um, you're proving it. So I don't know if you're going to compare and contrast. This is Leo. So I don't know if you're going to compare and contrast here between two people helping you. Because it's like, it's just, all right. So you'll know who to choose here. You'll know who to work with. Somebody knows, they have a gut instinct on what to do here. All right, so what are you doing in strength and healing, Leo? We know you're the leader. We know you're doing something correct. Yeah, I feel like you have, okay, so you're also going to stop somebody from paying for something. That Queen of Swords coming out strong. Yeah, you're stopping somebody from paying for something. All right. They were supposed to invest time, energy, money into it. You're going to tell somebody, no, don't pay for that. Don't do that. Don't spend time on that. This is where you're coming from. All right. I could try to open it up and make it more general. Everybody's not dealing with spirituality as the thing, but I feel like there's just a trap perspective on a belief system, and it's just repetitive. It's not helpful, or it's not solution oriented. All right. So what is the outcome here for you, Leos? If there's any children involved, I would nurture that child's like natural gifts. Maybe there could be a thing where it's like, well, if you teach them how to do this, that, and the third, they'll be able to get a scholarship. They'll be able to get this. And that may be true, but like nurture somebody's natural abilities. All right, that's what you're getting here. Also, guys, because Leo came out as Cancer, y'all know I always say that Cancers are kind of like the vehicle at which you kind of get transferred to the next level or transferred to a new way of thinking. So this could be your role here in somebody's life around who you're dealing with. All right, so what is the outcome here for you, Leos? You got emotions, vision, sexuality, perspective, and angel. All right, it could have something to do with a Sagittarius. I feel like literally, I feel like you're going to realize that there is a significance between emotions and the mind and the perspective that it creates. All right, that is what's going on, because like I said, the person that we were listening to, they had a trapped perspective. So that could be based on, the things that they've experienced in their lives, their emotions, how they feel about something, and that can transform into whatever like advice that they're trying to give somebody. So yeah, you're going to see something about that. This could be dealing with a Gemini and a Sagittarius. All right, so the major signs that came out was Libra, Gemini, Sag, and Cancer energy. Okay, so that was Leo. That looks like it's like all over the place. I'm sure it will make sense, but we do have a Libra in the chat kind of confirming the Libra spirituality mindset. So I guess we are on track. All right, that was Leo. Good morning. Aquarius is next. Aquarius is next, y'all. Aquarius is next. Let's see. All right, what is the center of the reading for the Aquariuses? What's the center of the reading for Aquarius? All right, luck. This did come out in a Pisces reading, but time. All right, time, opportunity, space, location. We're talking about time, luck, things that are coming easy to us. All right, so what is destined to occur right now? This could also be like something outside of your control, things like that. But what's destined to occur, or what is the luck here? Okay, superstition. Oh, okay, here we go. The Libra is going to get mad again. All right, there's a superstition about loving a Libra. We're going to see the truth, we're going to see the truth about a superstition that a Libra believes in when it comes to love. There's a truth about a superstition and love and karma. If there's no Libra involved, there's some sort of superstition with love and karma. And you're going to see the truth about it. All right. What role do you play here, Aquarius? Yourself. All right, you're coming out as yourself. So I feel like you're going to see this. There's some sort of belief system surrounding love, relationships, karma. You're going to see the truth about it. Or okay, what else is the truth? You could be worried about loving somebody, how that's going to come back on you. All right, what is the truth? Damn, truth again. Okay, so this means that something's going to be visible. You're going to be able to see that something is fake. It's not real. All right, but you're being yourself. You're coming out as inspiration. What other energy should you be in, Aquarius? I feel like, you know, as yourself, of course. So you've got finesse, change, and courage. Okay. Let's clarify. Oh, sorry, y'all. Not bad. Not a good day to be sleepy. I got a lot to do. All right, let's see. There you go. Star card. Something's leading by you being yourself, being truthful, talking about yourself. Is starting with you here. There you go. You're observing it. The Sun of Knives. So you're either going to observe something, you notice it, or you're going to say it out loud. Here's the Leo. What? All right. Let me just... Yeah, Leo. Okay. You're like, either you're noticing something that you're noticing that Leo Cancer reading. You're noticing it. You're going to... So you're observing that a Leo is happy. You're observing something that this Leo is pointing out to you. And that's going to confirm something about this Libra energy. A Leo is with a Cancer. Like they could be trying to date a Cancer, or they're romancing a Cancer or something like that. It's here. And let's see what you observe or what you notice. It's like you notice that something is not real because a Leo has actual evidence, or a Leo is actually proof that this belief system is not real. If you don't know a Leo is just your opposite sign. So it's like this belief system, you know that it's not real, or... Okay, let's continue. What do you notice here, Aquarius? I'm also getting too, there could be a worry about love and how that will go. Yeah, the Chariot again. You're really looking at that Leo or a Cancer. It's very noticeable. Okay, what do you observe? What do you see them doing? Ah. Oh, okay. Oh, the Tower did... I'm going to keep the Tower because this is about a shift. So, yeah, we're going to keep the Tower. So they do something unexpected, or they go against whatever this belief system is. What is the norm here? What are they doing that's different? This looks like siblings. Something's supposed to be a big deal and it's not. And it's supposed to be a huge deal about love or relationship, partnerships, siblings, or children. That kind of love. And it's just not a big deal. You're like, so that literally does not matter. Like, this is the type of energy where, what do we believe about love real quick? Because this is what I'm getting right. You know how people are like, okay, well, we need to have these two kids back to back so that they'll have somebody to play with. They grow up and they hate each other. Or, oh, I'm going to get bad karma if, trigger warning, if I don't keep this baby and somebody doesn't keep the baby and nothing bad happens. Or like there's something like where we think there's karma tied to love and there's not, or something like that. So what is the belief here? And it does say worry, so maybe you're concerned about whether or not you should do something for somebody. What else is the belief here? Yeah, vision. What are you going to realize out of nowhere? Yeah, leadership and peace. It's like the Leo and the Sagittarius, where you're going to see, you notice that Leo. You may even look at this like, if these are people, the Leo is supposed to be with the Capricorn, but they're really with a Cancer. That's another way. Or a Leo is going in the opposite way of a Capricorn. They're supposed to be doing the same thing, or they're supposed to be together. I'm also getting to, it's the way that you view love. So like if somebody's willing to lead, that can be a loving gesture. It's like how you view love or your perspective on love. What else was expected here with the double card? Self-esteem. What actually occurs? So somebody's supposed to be afraid or fearful. Yeah, no, resilience. So somebody goes from the 9 to the 10 of Wands. Yeah, strength card. There it is. I don't know what this is, y'all. I don't know how to explain it, but literally the strength card transition position potential in Libra. Literally. It's like whatever the Leo is showing, it's pointing to a Libra and it's changing our perspective on love and relationships. I don't. All right, so it looks like they're going to keep popping up. Libra rules relationships. It rules diplomacy. So if you don't have a Libra around, it could just be that energy. I'm also getting like justice, cause and effect. What else are you doing as yourself? There's nothing that you're doing that's wrong, or so you're purposely trying to say something, you bring it up. What are you talking about or bringing up? You're going to purposely bring this up to see what happens. It's something that you saw. And why are you bringing it up? What are you trying to hear? It's like you want to see what somebody says. You want to see somebody's opinion, and it's kind of going to, yeah, their strength again. That Leo coming out strong. So it definitely has to do with a dynamic of children, kids. Like I feel like there's some sort of, okay, well, if this happens, or if you get justice, if you get karma, then this happens. And this is a discussion that you're going to have. You're going to realize that. So just keep in mind that the center of the reading is luck. If you do not feel comfortable around a Libra or their belief systems, that is supposed to happen. Or if you are talking about or having a conversation about an actual relationship, like a belief system around relationships, love, things like that, that is supposed to occur, because you're going to see the truth about why you didn't feel comfortable, why you don't trust something, why you didn't believe in something. You're going to see it. All right. Looks like these will be kind of cryptic. We started off clear. They're looking very cryptic and interesting. All right. Cancer. Cancer is next. Cancer. You know what I was thinking yesterday randomly, because I pulled the devil card, pulled Capricorn. Capricorns don't show up that often in people's readings. Why is that? Do Capricorns mind their business a lot or something? Like, I very rarely, because the two signs that are in everybody's reading a lot are like, I get Leo a lot. I get Libra, but I get Leo a lot. Thank you, Garfield. All right, let's see. Scorpios. Oh, I'm sorry, Cancers. Let me change that timestamp. All right, what is the center of the reading for the Cancers here? You came out at, Leo came out in your energy today. All right, what's the center of the reading for the Cancers? Ooh, defense. All right, what's blocked out here? Confidence. That, okay, what blocks it? Okay, we're not doing something solo. Guidance. There's like, okay, so there's a group of women that block out being independent, or there's the need to be included, or the need to fit in blocks out the ability to be independent. What are people being guided by? I knew, okay, I just said that. This is hard to explain because this is like a tarot thing. All right, but determination and personality, we're going to focus on that really quick. So this is a couple ways I could read this. There's like a group of women, they're all focused on one person, they're all paying attention to one person, or everybody wants to follow one certain identity and they're not being independent or doing anything different. I feel like too, something stops somebody from being confident independently because they're so focused on how they appear or how they come off to the public. We're going to figure out what that is. Let's see what else. What role do you play here? Cancers. Okay, so your emotions. Okay, so what's triggering your emotions right now, Cancers? Intuition, transition, and potential. So somebody knows to do something with a Leo, or somebody intuitively knows to move on and make something material. Somebody knows how to bring something to fruition. What emotion are you feeling right now? You could be, I don't know if you're dealing with a, okay, yeah, you're sad. What does somebody intuitively know to do? You're sad, or spirituality, pride, and dominance. So somebody in defiance, somebody's like, I don't have to control this. I don't have to dominate somebody else. I don't have to worry about disrespect. Like somebody's like, I don't have to worry about that. I'm not worried about controlling disrespect or your mood. Okay, I'm not really expecting that. Let's see where this is headed. Let's see. What are you doing in mood? You guys haven't come out sad in a long... Okay, the Tower. So this is like something's completely unexpected for you, or okay. All right, so something just didn't go as planned, or like something's really shaking up for you. This can be a shift in perspective as well. So what were you expecting, or what's the norm, Cancer? Okay, what actually happens? Okay, let me pull the cards first, child. Hold on. The Fool, Sagittarius. If you're dealing with a Sag, they're on the Fool journey. That's what they're supposed to do. I feel like you could be expecting somebody to gossip, fight, have conflict. I'm also getting you're expecting somebody to say something negative about this individual as they're leaving, but nobody is saying anything. They're clear to go. They're free to go. They're on a new start. There is nothing that is really holding that person back, or nobody's saying anything. Nobody's like bothered by this, or you're shocked. It's almost like, how are they getting away with that? Nobody's going to say anything. They get to just walk away, or what do you? Okay, you're in mood. All right, what do you wish would have occurred? Maybe you wanted somebody to say something. Yeah, there's that strength card again. The strength, the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Swords. You may... Okay, this is the thing, right? I see the placements. This is hard for me to explain. You want somebody to be worried about you. You want somebody to care or something like that. And I feel like there's like a triangulation sort of situation. For some people, if there's children involved, right, it's a scenario where the person who's walking free, or they get to do whatever they want, they're supposed to be villainized for that, or like talked about, like how do you get to just leave? Nobody's mad that you're leaving. Or... And it could be either parent. Like, say somebody was a single mom and they're taking, they're taking their child and going somewhere else. It's like nobody's saying anything about it. They're free to go. Or it's almost like you want like a conflict or a fight. What else is the Five of Sticks? Like, what did you... I feel like, too, you did not think something was a big deal until somebody left. Something seemed petty, or you didn't care about something, but once this person starts their new journey, or they go do something by themselves independently, it actually does cause a shift. What is this person doing here? So something disappointing makes them realize what they actually enjoy. Here's a Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. There's a High Priestess. They're starting to follow their intuition. That's what it is. They're following their intuition. So you probably can't go too much back and forth with them or argue with them if they're already correct about something, or if they're already right. I feel like, too, they could have noticed that they get a lot of support with the people around. Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups. Okay, so I'm not sure what the defense part was. What is the defense part? It's like once one person leaves, everybody's leaving, or you just didn't think it was a big deal if that person left. Okay, so most people are waiting. What are they waiting for? It's like somebody, they're staying in wait, or lying in wait. Okay, and then the Star. Yeah, Ten of Wands, and then the Temperance. I'm also getting to somebody has a completely different perspective on a family dynamic. They don't view it that way. They don't view this scenario that way at all. This is odd. Okay. What came? Because this people over here are like waiting. This person didn't wait. They ended a cycle. They did something from start to finish. Now they're free. The Fool and then the High Priestess. I feel like, too, somebody is in a state right now where they cannot be manipulated. All right. Not to say, and I'm saying right now, because you can definitely not listen to your intuition. All right, so let's see. What's ended over here for this individual? Guidance. Exactly. They're not, so other people, let's see who they're guided by. Let's see. So other people are listening to other people or something like that, or trying to fit in, or this person's like, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm not doing that. I'm going to take my own advice, or Like this would be like a very good, somebody knows that they get support. They're really good at something, right? So it'd be like somebody's a great chef. So they're going to do their own food truck instead of working at somebody else's restaurant and that person can't cook. You know, it's something like that. That's just a metaphor. Let's see. Who is people being guided by over here? They're like, I'm not listening anymore. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. So somebody's like, literally, somebody's telling somebody, yeah, you should create this. You should do this. All right, they're done listening to that. What else are they about to start doing with the Fool and the High Priestess? They're doing something on their own. Yeah, that Leo is coming out strong. I don't know what the Leo did, but they caused a tower, they caused a shift, or I feel like too, they're going and they're repeating something that they know they are good at. Is the power of their mind, literally. The power of their perspective or the power of their mind, and they're going to continue building it up. So I don't know why that makes you sad. I just feel like the biggest part that I'm getting is you felt like something was not going to be a big deal when somebody left. That's the best way I could sum it up. Or you thought that a person was not very significant, but they are. Somebody's actually very significant. This could be a scenario where you treat somebody a certain way, you didn't know, you didn't know like that they was this person or something like that. All right, so what other energy should you be in, Cancers? Let's see. Okay, healing. Now with mood, if it is something sick, if you're sick or something like that, try to fast or do some holistic healing herbs, things like that. What can you do to heal this? I feel like it needs to be okay, perspective. So that's what I'm getting, because it's the Tower. So what is your old perspective? How do you view this person, this scenario? You need to heal how you view something. Okay, power. Okay, if you have an open mind, how will you view this person? Oh, boy. So you're just kind of like taking offense to something that somebody is saying. You may feel like somebody is yelling at you or they're upset with you. So what are they saying? What are they talking about? I feel like somebody's just helping you if they're coming out. Innovation, change, and hustle. They're not yelling at you. They're not mad at you. What? Yes, it's the way you're viewing what they said. How do you view it with power? This is how you look at it. That's funny. It's just funny because they got like the people around them. All right. If you were to open your mind up and they're in voice, how can you perceive this person or this information? Yeah, the Hangman. It's completely different. I feel like too that's interesting because the Hangman now is a major arcana in comparison to what you view it as. You're not taking somebody's advice because you feel like they're saying it in a wrong manner. You may be thinking that they're saying it for power, for clout. But what they're saying is it's opening up your mind and it's getting you to see things in a different manner. So I feel like you might not like what somebody says, but something started working out for them because they stopped listening to other people or stopped trying to fit in. So I feel like even if somebody is saying something, what they're telling you is from experience rather than like regurgitating something that they got from somebody else. All right. So that was Cancer. Hey, welcome. Hi, y'all. Yes, the week goes by so fast. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I swore today was Wednesday. I don't know why. It's like time is going by super duper fast for me. Like, oh my God. Okay. I'm like, please chill out. Okay. And I be doing stuff. I am having fun. I'm enjoying my life right now, but I'm not even like, they say like time flies when you're having fun. I'm not even like going out or or do anything. You said you won't live in a world without love. You living in it now, Steve. I don't know what world y'all live in, but people are crazy. All right, people are not very loving. So I don't know where y'all at. Shoot. Some people are loving. It's not gonna be everybody. You said Libra's got the best advice. The fuck? All right, James. You said this heat is disrespectful. I love being hot, so I can't complain. I basically live in Mexico pretty much. It's hot than a mug. All right, let's see. Scorpio. Scorpio is up next. So far, guys, if you are on TikTok, we're up on YouTube. This will be time stamped. We've done Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, and now we're doing Scorpio, Capricorn, Libra, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Virgo. All right, let me plug this in. It is on the ring. That looks odd. Let's do that. Okay. All right, there we go. I gotta cut my hair next time, y'all. It grew way too fast. I have to cut it. All right, Scorpio. You said Team Air. Air signs are crazy. Oh, you said it's a song lyric. All right, hi, welcome. Thank you for reposting. All right, so what's the, almost forgot the time stamp. Hold on. All right, Scorpios. All right, what's the center of the reading for the Scorpios? Center of the reading for the Scorpios. All right, respect. Okay, this could be a Taurus. Rules, regulations. They could be a Taurus. What role do you play here, Scorpios? Oh, love. We just started talking about love. All right, so you're doing something out of love for a Taurus, or you love someone, or you're romancing them. All right, you're being romantic, or you love this Taurus. Thank you. Or you're doing something out of love for them. So the way I read love, I look at it as a thing where you're making sure somebody feels good. You're making sure that they feel good versus yourself. All right, so you care about how somebody is doing, basically. That's the best way. Or you're making some sort of sacrifice so that that person can feel comfortable. All right. What other energy should you be in, Scorpios? I do, Steve. Thank you. Okay, so you should be in guidance. All right. Who's guiding you here? Who's giving you advice? Oh, the Cancer. All right, so the Cancer is giving you advice, or Scorpio, if you have a Cancer placement and you feel some sort of regret or loss, you need to listen to that or pay attention to that. All right, so I feel like, okay, this, all right. What in this scenario, if there's a regret, because it doesn't have to be a Cancer, what do they regret here, or what is their loss here? And then we'll figure out what they're telling you to do. Yeah, this might be the Cancer. All right, so what are they guiding you to do? What are they telling you to do? Damn, self-love. All right, Scorpios. Yeah, I wouldn't, that's very clear. All right, so if y'all don't want to hear that, I don't think you should love whoever you're doing. Whatever, we're going to figure out what you're doing out of love, because it could be all kinds of things. Like, it could be very simple. But in this case, somebody's telling you, like, yeah, that's not a good idea. Like, I wouldn't do it. It could be a Cancer. I feel like they could regret. Somebody also may regret getting to know somebody, or like regret putting something out there on Front Street in public. Like if it was a public relationship. All right, so what are you doing out of love here? What are you doing out of love here, Scorpios? You're spending time and opportunity. You're wasting time. I hate to say it. Or you are sharing an opportunity with somebody else that is your opportunity. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. So you're sharing an opportunity, time, or money with somebody, and that is not, it's not for them. You shouldn't do it. The star card is falling out. I haven't pulled much Aquarius energy yet in this reading, but I'll leave it there. Let's see. Oh, Lord, y'all, do not answer that. We don't usually get those on YouTube. That's usually a TikTok message. Talking about some send your WhatsApp number for a reading spell. Hell no. Get you out of here. Do not. If it's a WhatsApp number, you definitely getting scammed. Call it what you will. Do not. I don't give a fuck. All right, let's see. You definitely. All right. Don't try to say I'm being racist or not either. I don't give a damn. Okay. Anywho. All right, so you got the Star, King Cups, 10 of Wands, Moon, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, the Daughter, Bats. That Leo coming out. That Leo not playing. All right, they telling you straight up, look at this. Okay, yeah, there's the Leo. I don't know if it's a Leo involved here, but they're pointing it out. Don't you see that? Don't you see that trick? Don't you see that liar? Don't you see that? All right, but anyway, a Cancer is sad. Let's see, what's mood real quick. Yeah, they showed, so somebody regrets showing something off to the public. So somebody let people see something out loud. They showed off. They told too many people. What did they show off here? This may not be the Cancer. This could be somebody else. But what did they show? Something happened in public. Yeah, I feel like this looks like a public relationship. There's the Hierophant right there. I don't know if there's a Taurus. Okay, so it looks like a Taurus said this out loud. That could be who regrets it. But yeah, somebody literally said something in front of everybody, and it looks like when they said it, it did not work. Yeah, now somebody wants to be isolated, literally. So somebody said something out in public, and now they wish they could retract it or wish they could go back into hiding, but something's like already very obvious. I feel like too, it has something to do with women and children. Like this could, because your center, your reading is love. So don't forget that. This could be like there's some drama with a baby mama or baby daddy or some kids or whatever. But somebody literally wishes that they did not say something publicly. That is the issue. And now they want to go into hiding. The way that this looks, if there is children involved, it looks like somebody did something either to their wife, their child's mother in public. I feel like too, somebody only has this one kid with them, or they're only supporting one person or something like that, and there's other children, but yeah, somebody says something out loud, they shouldn't have said it, they wish they could retract it. What are you doing in love here? Because maybe they're telling you, hey, I wouldn't post that person, or I wouldn't say that out loud. What are you doing out of love here? You're coming out as the Emperor in the Moon. You're letting people see you. This is all about not being seen. You're letting people see you. I also feel like too, this includes like a public embarrassment. Like if this already happened to you, somebody publicly said something about you or something like that. What would you do out of self-love here, Scorpios? You may not want to hear this. Yeah, literally. You're walking away. You're going to, hopefully you see this before this occurs. You're going to avoid like a shocking moment. What else is your luck right now? What's going well for you right now? This will actually blow up or like ruin a moment. Yeah, the Fool. You might have, so Sagittarius had the Fool card. You might have a Sag placement. You might have a Sag rising, Sag moon. You're free as well. This is your opportunity. I don't know if you know a Sag, whatever, but you're free as well to go do something that you want to do. You're free to start over. Like, this is not smart to, because I feel like you're committing to something you don't have to commit to either. What are you free to do? Let's see what your new cycle will be really quick. And then you do have fire energy coming out. Do not share too much information about yourself. That's kind of what I'm getting. Or do not put something online. What else is a new opportunity for you, Scorpio? Yeah, connectivity and self-love anyway. You're going to have to change your perspective on what it means to care for yourself or put yourself first. All right, so that is your advice. I feel like I'm getting that that's going to be a hard pill for you to swallow. I don't think you want to take that advice. Okay, Scorpios. That was your reading. Capricorn is next. Capricorn is next. I try to be healthy and eat a smoothie. I'm starving, okay? I'm hungry. But it was a good smoothie, though. All right, Capricorns. What is this? Oh. Sorry, y'all. I had to make sure that wasn't something I needed to look at. All right, Capricorns. Let's see. What is the center of the reading for my Capricorns? What's the center of the reading for the Capricorns? All right, hustle. All right, making money, receiving money, or spending it. Abundance, opportunities. All right, what role do you play here, Capricorns? Oh, style. Okay, so you and Leo are in the same position, but style is Cancers are sad. Okay. Let me write that down. You and Leo, same position. All right, so Capricorn, you could be talking to a Cancer, dealing with a Cancer, bringing them up, talking about them, but you be in Cancer energy, or you're moving smoothly on something, like you're moving smoothly on a path. You're doing something in your own way, shape, or form. Yeah, you are in an opposite energy though. Cancer is your polar opposite. All right, but let's see. What other energy should you be in here, Capricorns? Ooh, defiance. Okay, so you need to break rules or go against the grain. I should have been writing my little summaries down. Okay, so you're supposed to break a rule. Okay, what is the rule here? You are not supposed to follow instructions. Okay, courage. All right. Interesting. Courage to do what? Not to say you should be afraid, but like sometimes when I get this card, it's kind of like to me, courage is when you just willing to do whatever, right? You don't want to be a brave fool, pretty much. But courage to do what? What are you going to do? What should you do instead? What? Self-love, personality. Let me get one more. And then luck. That's the Scorpio reading. Okay. Courage and instinct. Odd. All right, where is hustle coming from? Where's the opportunity coming from for you? That's odd. Okay, you've got humor and potential. Pisces and Leo, possibly. The Pisces, Leo energy or Leo here. Okay. So what's weird is it's saying courage and instinct. It's almost like don't trust that that's your intuition almost. Maybe you'll think something is intuitive. Okay. All right, let's see what that means. Not sure. What are you what are you being told to do, or what is the typical rule? I feel like because like say it's like with me, right? Because I do cards, people assume like I should just be brave and doing whatever because there's nothing I should be afraid of, or like I can figure out anything, but it's like no, life you still need to be cautious about things. Or all right, well, we'll see. What are you being told to do here? Aquarius energy. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Somebody's telling you to follow what an Aquarius is doing. For some of you, this is your father. Some of you, this is your father. Some of you, this is like a brother. There's a masculine energy around you. If it's a man watching this, it could be a woman. Like basically, it is somebody of an opposite sex, and it's a family member or something like that. I feel like too, somebody's like, oh, be forgiving or be generous, or like, you know, just restore this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what are you supposed to do instead here? If these are people, I feel like you're not supposed to be on the Aquarius side. You're supposed to be on the Scorpio side if these are people, but we'll clarify. All right, what else are you supposed to do here instead? You got the daughter baskets, Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, see why you need it. The advice is courage, but there's the worry. The Nine of Swords is there. There is something that you should be concerned about. I'm gonna figure out why Leo and Libra keep coming out together. I'm gonna figure that shit out. All right, so what should you be cautious about here, Capricorn? Or concerned about, or just like, you know, okay, rebellion. Yeah, it's this Scorpio is involved. I feel like if these are people, the best way I could describe what I see is like a Scorpio trying to be generous to an Aquarius or help an Aquarius or doing something out of love for them. If you are a woman, right? If you're a daughter and you get along well with your father, your mother needs you right now. Like you need to be on your mother's side. It's something like that. Like you need to, whatever your gender is, I typically you get along better with the opposite gender. This time you need to side with the gender that is yours. Or like typically you get along with different races and different ages or something like that. You need to side with the person who is the same as you. Not sure what this has to do with this. It's kind of tied. I definitely see the Scorpio placements, reading. What else can I even pull from this? What other energy should you be in here? Real quick, I'm going to see what hustle is. Okay, yeah. What would you be guided by or who? Yes, it's the Scorpio. It's a Scorpio, or it's somebody who was very... Damn, it's right here. This shit is so hard for me to explain because I can see it. I can see the people, but it's like it's so many people. All right, but anyway, right? You should be guided by the Scorpio. They did something out of love in this scenario. Pay attention to what happened to that Scorpio when they did that. If it's not them, something started to elevate. Remember that your mindset will continue to evolve and continue to elevate. All right, this rule is set in like a tradition where the mindset does not evolve. It's slightly, this isn't exactly the same as like the Libra, where I said the Libra has a trap perspective, so something is repetitive. This is, it's hard to explain because it's open-minded, but it still doesn't apply to this scenario. That's hard for me to explain. Like somebody, this advice or this norm, it doesn't come from a trap mindset. It actually comes from an open mindset. And that could be why you're not supposed to automatically be courageous. Because like, oh, like keep an open mind. Let's go do this. And then you end up getting sick, eating some nasty food, or you end up, it's like that's where the advice is coming from. It's too open-minded. It's like it doesn't, some stuff you need to be particular about. Now let's figure out what hustle is. Because I see hustle, but I feel like you should be concerned about saving money. That's one thing. You should be concerned about income, things like that. But let's see what hustle is, because that's typically an opportunity here. That could be the scenario like that Scorpio had an opportunity for themselves. They were free to start something new. Maybe somebody's trying to get money from them. I don't know. But let's see what's hustle in this here. Let's see. Yeah, there's a self-love part. All right. So, and Sag, you did come out as the Empress today. If there's a Sag watching, you may have Capricorn, you may have Sag placements. You may have like a Sag moon, Sag rising. But this is the opportunity literally to hold on to something, to keep something to yourself. Yeah. Why? Okay. So because I feel like you're watching this as an example, you're going to watch that somebody gave an opportunity or shared an opportunity with somebody else, and that was not how it was supposed to go. You're going to watch that example. Yeah. All right. That was Capricorn. All right, Libra is next. Libra is next. Capricorns, if you're with a Leo, because both of you were in Cancer energy, I would say continue moving forward in the way that something was going already. All right, so far, guys, if you're watching on TikTok, this is up on YouTube as well. It is the same username. It's EeshUrHeartOut. Same to the people that might be watching on Kick or Twitch. Okay, it's 3 of y'all. Welcome. We did Pisces, Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn. All right, so we're going to do Libra, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Virgo. All right, Libra. All right, what is the center of the reading for the Libras? Let's see. What's the center of the reading for Libras? Okay, hustle. So same card as Capricorn. Interesting. Let me write that down. So hustle. All right, what role do you play here? What role do you play here, Libras, in your reading? Let's see, what role do you play in? This is, oh, your mood too. Okay, wait, let me lock in. I'm sorry, I was reading the comments at the same time. Oh, no, this is not paid. These are general readings, guys. These are general readings by zodiac sign. All right, so you're in mood, Libra. You and Cancer both are sad today, or you lost. Now, if this is a combination, this could be a loss of money or something, but we'll clarify. All right, so what might you regret here, Libra? Okay, self-esteem. Either you regret a time where you felt offended, or you regret being insecure. I'm also getting to just this combination. This can be a physical health thing. So just be careful with that. Okay. I feel like also you saw something that inspired you to get emotional. All right. It's something dealing with a Leo. What energy should you be in, Libra? This was your advice yesterday. Okay, so let's break this down, right? You had sexuality yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Either it was yesterday or the day before. You came out as leadership, but you were supposed to be listening and learning. So with sexuality, this is Gemini to me. This is a thing of the mind. It's time for you to kind of rewire how you think about something, or like be open to listening or partnering with people. Now, yeah, see, this is the thing. You got sexuality, order, and change, right? This is Gemini and then Scorpio. So your mindset, or the way that you think, or the way that you perceive things, needs to change before you can see a change outward around you or something like that. Um, let's see. Not you fat. Don't say that. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, so you have to work on your mindset first in order to see some sort of change. If these are people, your advice could be to work with a Gemini. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it is. But if you regret a moment where you felt insecure or offended or left out, things like that, you might need to change your mindset on being left out, offended, etc. Stuff like that, right? All right, so let's see. What are you doing in mood, Libras? Again, real quick, back to the if you're worried about like an illness or anything, I'm not gonna lie, sexuality, Gemini rules the lungs, so it could be some of your lungs, but sexuality with the Scorpio energy, y'all can put two and two together on that. All right, so what are you that's not my business. I just had to throw it out there. What are you doing? We're gonna figure out what hustle is. What are you doing in mood, Libra? So you're the Fool too. All right, so Sag came out as a Fool. Scorpio had the ability to do the Fool card. Here's a High Priestess on the end. So yeah, there's the Leo. I knew it was gonna come out. I don't know what it means. All right, but in the Fool card, you abandon something, you're walking away, you just want to start over. You just want to start over, clean, fresh. All right, what do you regret doing here? The Wheel of Fortune. So you could, yeah, there's a lot of people. Okay, so there's a group of people watching you. You didn't like that. I feel like that's what's going on. Yeah, it does. There's the Leo again. I gotta pull that because it just keeps coming out. There's a time where you had a lot of people watching you. You may not have appreciated that. You may not have liked it, or you didn't like the attention. I feel like too, if there's a person involved, like if there is a Leo involved, you ask a Leo for like advice or something, or you ask them a question. They gave you the information. It's like you wish you would have had information beforehand, or you wish you would have listened to somebody beforehand. But I feel like somebody is giving you the information. The information, you're able to have it there, but it's like it's It's not working out. Who is this? Libra. Okay, what might have made you feel insecure? Like maybe it's too many people watching you. You didn't feel good about how you looked or something. What made you feel insecure? This is the Sag reading, intuition, transition, and peace. Why does that bother you? These are the okay. So Cancer was in a bad mood because somebody's following their intuition. You're in a bad mood because somebody's following their intuition. They're transitioning peace. They know not to worry about something, or they know how to make. I feel like too, they're not supposed to listen to something that you said or did. What were people observing here? What were people watching you do? Yeah, their style. So it gotta be something with a Cancer. It gotta be either like, okay. All right. Well, maybe you just felt like you should have been more confident in that moment. I should have. What are you trying to do that's new here with the Fool? You're trying to like start over. Okay, you're trying to block out distractions. That's basically what you're trying to do. You're trying to block out a distraction, or you don't want somebody to find something out, or you want to start over. I don't even know what the hustle part had to do with it. What's hustle real quick? Let's see. I feel like too, this is different than hustle. I look at hustle as like the 10 of Pentacles sometimes, or the 6 of Pentacles. If there's an issue concerning money, you may have been doing something for free, or you may have been doing something where you lowered the price too much, or like you missed an opportunity where people were willing to financially support an endeavor is kind of what I'm getting here. But let's see what else. So what is hustle real quick? Because that's something in the background. Something is stopping somebody from spending money. What is Leo? I'm going to have to do readings off camera to figure out what the Leo energy is. I got to figure that out because it comes out in Libra reading all the damn time. Every Libra does not know a Leo. Do y'all? Every Libra know a Leo or something? All right, but anyway, because I got to figure out what the fuck that means. All right, so when we're talking about hustle, somebody's like, no, do not spend money on that. Do not spend money on that. Let them pay for it. Literally is what I'm hearing. I feel like, too, this person, this woman, there's a woman that's blocked out. They weren't allowed to buy something, spend money on something, so they go and spend money elsewhere. What that has to do with you, I do not know. All right, but I'm not going to lie. It has something to do with that. It definitely can be pride. It could be ego. Libra, I'm not gonna lie, Libras are very egotistical, so it could be it could be the ego or the pride. All right, so what energy should you be in with sexuality, order, and change, Libras? Let's see. This was Sagittarius. They had peace in the Fool card. You're in the Fool card. You're starting over. You're doing something new. The Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. There's a Temperance again. I don't know what the Sag has to do with you. There's the Leo. I can't make it up. All right, so the way to look at this, right? Take out everybody else's signs. Always, to me, the way that I rule, the way that I look at the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, that's like our soul. That is ourselves, right? Our like essence, if you will, or something like that. So it's like Aries is knowing who we are. Leo is like being proud of who we are. Sagittarius is expressing who we are to other people. All right. You can really break down the signs like that in other ways too. And I'll do that in another time. I'm going to do an astrology video. Just because I want to. But yeah, so that's the energy that I'm getting here is like you're kind of teetering on the side of trying to be yourself. I feel like there could have been a time where you had a lot of attention on yourself for who you were and you just didn't appreciate it or you didn't like it. Maybe you didn't like people paying attention to you. You didn't want to be a part of it or something like that. Or maybe you just didn't feel comfortable. But I feel like you're going to realize you could have turned that audience into something bigger or you should have appreciated the support. If this is not business wise, it can definitely be family. Like there were times where you had like your family around or your friends around. I just feel like you miss a time that was like that. So if there are people, right? So there, let me see with the strength card, because the strength card in their reading, in the Leo reading, they gave somebody the go ahead. They proved that somebody was correct. They proved that somebody's intuition is correct. They came out as leadership. You should, if you know a Leo, I would advise you to listen to or talk to a Leo. All right. But let's see. So what is the Leo energy doing in your reading? What is the strength card doing here? Personality. All right, there you go. Skill. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, what? So you may have a Leo moon or a Leo rising or something like that if you don't know a Leo, right? All right, but they're telling you something very clear. What part of their personality are they showing? Strength. That's literally the third time I pulled it. They're being themselves. They're telling you strength, love, and voice and truth. So they told you something. They were being honest with you. They're being nice, kind. They're saying something loving. It's the truth. Now, if this is you, like say you have these placements right, and you got, say you was a Leo rising, and you said something out in public. You said the truth about loving somebody or something like that, and you didn't want people to see it. I don't know. But I feel like this is really who somebody is. Here's this Leo. They're being honest. They're telling you something out of love. They're saying it in a kind manner. What are they trying to get you to do, or what are they telling you to do here, Libra? Because you're still not listening. Okay, so there is a part of yourself with, yeah, sexuality. Let's see what you need to do with that, because I feel like too, there could be something with the genders. These can be like, if these are women, these are masculine. Women is fire energy, even though you're an air sign too, so you're technically masculine, but it's like you're not listening. You don't want to, you're going to take a leap. You go and you end up going backwards to what the Leo told you to do in the first place. What is the temperance energy real quick? A perspective on, yeah, humor, potential, and confidence. I remember pulling this. I'm going to have to clarify what that is. I'm going to have to figure out what that is. But I feel like if we're looking at this, it looks like a Sag listened to a Leo and that advice is working for them. You said a Leo was always nice to you, but you don't trust men as friends. Now, that's a different topic. Okay, that is a very different topic. I don't I don't think men can be your friend, but that's a whole different topic. But yeah, if they gave you advice, men will still give you good advice. All right, sometimes they're giving you good advice so that they can hit. But that's another story for another time. All right, but yeah. Um Yeah, so I feel like you should be listening to other people, rethinking something. What does your mindset need to change about? Because I feel like that's what it is too. It's your mindset. Your mindset about what? Or you need to start making a different, okay, control. What are you trying to dominate or control? It's how you view control. Yeah, fluidity. You are trying to control something that's literally out of your control. It is a flow. That's why you're in mood right now. How should you view dominance? Yeah, self-esteem. That's what you regretted. You don't have to, you only feel like, yeah, you don't want to be guided by something where you're insecure. You don't want to be guided by insecurities. You don't want to make a decision out of offensiveness. I feel like too, when you try to dominate or control how something is going, that is coming from a place of insecurity. Like, you don't really need to control something if you feel secure within yourself. There's no need to control other people or... Let's see, how do you view dominance? Yeah, the Ten of Swords. It's like you want to control, and you want to control how something is going. Literally, you want to control like the outcome or control the flow. Um, I don't get why. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in humor, the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. Something was going great, or at that time, something was supposed to be happy, funny. At that time, somebody was supposed to get attention for something. It's a weird reading. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna move on. That was Libra. All right, Aries is next. Oh my goodness, I forgot to timestamp it. We just gonna lie to them and say it was 100 minutes. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Sorry. No problem. We're gonna do Aries. Sorry that wasn't clear, Libra. Your reading was a little all over the place. We got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Virgo. All right. Make sure y'all book your readings if you need them. You can only book it at the link in the bio. TikTokers, don't get scammed. Always give y'all that disclaimer. I know y'all gonna get tired of me saying it, but it's going to be a fake page eventually. I will never DM you. I will never tell y'all I'm going to do spell work readings, none of that. You can only get readings from the store, and it's a YouTube video. It's unlisted. Nobody can see your video. All right, Aries. What is the center of the reading for the Aries? Rebellion. All right, what role do you play here, Aries, in your reading? All right, intuition. So you're trusting your intuition, all right? I'm not going to pull the rest of those cards right now, all right? I like to see what else. All right, so you're following your instincts, or your instincts are correct. If you're wondering, what is your intuition telling you, Aries? Defiance. Okay, Capricorn came out as defiance. That was one thing, but your intuition is telling you that something is breaking a rule or going against the grain, or that something could be spiteful. Okay, what is the rule? What is somebody going against here? Oh, rebellion. Okay, what are they doing as different? Perspective. All right, this looks like this is going to be an interesting reading. Okay, so typically in this scenario, if this is you, right, if this is within yourself, typically you want to rebel or do something out of the norm, but you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. Let me view this differently. Let me look at this differently. Let me have a different attitude going into something. If this is about another individual, typically they are rebellious, but their perspective is very different. So that's interesting. Perspective on what? Okay, resisting. All right, maybe they feel like it's not any purpose in doing that. So with rebellion, what is somebody normally rebelling against here? Okay, and what do they do that's different? They normally rebel against a Libra, and they focus on their emotions. They focus on how they feel. So they typically go against the Libra energy, or they go against diplomacy. But they're still kind of listening to them, but they focus a lot on how they feel. Now they have a different perspective on resistance. Resisting what? Something about a Taurus. There's something definitely about a Taurus here, or there's a Leo and a Taurus involved. We're going to figure out what this is. So what is your intuition telling you to do with this information? Self-esteem and versatility. So Sagittarius came out as versatility. Libra came out as self-esteem. Innovation and finesse. So you're going to see the difference in why something works out and why it doesn't. Something, and it doesn't, we're not going to just stick to Sag and Libra. It can be any sign. Literally, you're going to see. Now, if you're in intuition, that's High Priestess. That's like the first step before being in versatility. All right. So you're on the track. If you're wondering, you are on the track to create something. You're on the right track. You're going to see the difference between somebody doing something because they're insecure and then that not working out versus somebody being clear and concise on what they want and making it work. All right. But we're okay. Let's see. Oh, I'm just going to get the base 8 cards real quick. Hey there on Twitch. Hi, make sure you follow. Yeah, the Hierophant. So there is something with a Taurus, definitely. There's something about a Leo and a Taurus specifically together, but the way that an individual views a scenario with a Taurus is affecting all of this, or the way that somebody perceives rules and regulations. I feel like there's a couple ways I could read this. Either once at some point, somebody typically they bend the rules a lot, or somebody either they bend the rules and they're deciding not to do that at all, or they're realizing that the rule is not real, the regulation is not real, so they don't care. All right, so here's the Hierophant, the 4 of Cups. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody literally is ignoring a Taurus, or they are ignoring the rules. They are ignoring it. There's the Emperor. So there you go, Aries. I feel like you ignored a Taurus. You ignored something about a Taurus. Or something that was said about a Taurus. Or somebody is ignoring you dealing with a Taurus. Like, this is, okay. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Death card, 2 of Pentacles. Something ends up in a financial loss. Like, something's dwindling down here. What is this being offered to you? Something difficult, baggage. Okay, what would you have to handle or deal with? You would have to handle or deal with something all on your own. Okay, oh, so there's some, okay. In this scenario, you would have to show it off to everybody, or something would have to be made public. You're ignoring that. Okay, what are you doing in the Emperor? You're listening to a Sagittarius. You have a Sag placement, or you're listening to a Sagittarius. Yeah, versatility again and personality. So there's the strength. These are tied together. You're listening to a Sag. They have a Sag Leo placement, or you're watching a Sag that took advice from a Leo. The Sag is creating something and you're in that energy. So you either have a Sag placement or a Sag rising or moon. I will also say this for Aries. A couple of days ago, I did an Aries reading and it was saying that you guys were going to get angry and fight. And then literally the next day, I don't know if y'all saw that thing about Perez Hilton. He's in Aries. And he like had a mental breakdown and was like, I guess I didn't see the video, thank God, but he did something basically self-harming on TikTok live, and he's an Aries. So I don't know, it could be something like that, like you're watching the readings, or like somebody gave you intuitive guidance or something like that. Like I said, again, you can have a Sag moon or rising, and this can just be within you, something that you predicted for yourself. But I feel like there was a need for you to ignore something with a Taurus. What is this Taurus doing? Yeah, luck. What's the Taurus's opportunity? Yeah, fight and voice, to argue. I remember in the Aries reading, you're going to be mad at a Taurus energy. You're going to be mad at the rules and regulations, whatever Taurus represents for y'all. I said that. And so I feel like they're taking this as an opportunity to fight or argue or to distract you. What this ends up dwindling. What is this? What does something start as here? And what does it turn into? Yeah, dominance. Slowly but surely somebody starts to control something. What are they dominating or controlling? Yeah, we got mood, ambition, and fluidity. There's going to be a repetitive, I don't know what the Libra energy has to do with it. That's your opposite sign. But it's like somebody is controlling something that is negative and they're keeping it negative. They're keeping it like sad or negative here. Okay. Um Weird reading. I don't know. That now the readings are kind of odd. All right, what other energy should you be in, Aries? Yeah, sexuality, resistance, power, and humor. All right, so I feel like a decision to have power over people, or resisting a decision to yell or be upset, or let's see. What other energy should you be in with sexuality here, resistance? You're going to decide to hold back on something. Yeah, that Leo is in everybody's damn reading. All right. The strength in the hermit. All right. So there is something also dealing with like a Virgo observing a Leo. But I feel like, too, the advice is to keep something to yourself in this case. You're going to isolate yourself or keep something to yourself. It's best for you to make this decision solo. I have a lot of self, like cards of the self here. The Leo isn't everybody's reading. All right, I will be meditating on that. That was Aries. Taurus is next, actually. So Aries, you might want to keep watching. Taurus did come out in your reading. And then we have Gemini and Virgo. Oh. Really quick, if y'all just now joining, because I said this in the video in the beginning of the video, my tarot deck is here, and I will be posting videos and pictures on the site. It will be available tonight. I just wanted to show you guys. I really like it. I am waiting for, I had to do a replacement card. My instruction card came out messed up. So I did have to order another card. I'm waiting for that to come. It should come today. If it doesn't come today, it'll come tomorrow, but I will still have this up on the site. And when you guys receive your deck, it'll have a corrected instruction card. So it is very cute. I like it. So I will let you guys know. You said how much are they? I'm deciding. I think I'm going to make them 35. But I do have to price out everything. But I do think I'm going to keep them at 35 bucks. Okay. Because I did some, I guess, market research, if you will, and I noticed a lot of, part of the reason I wanted to do it, a lot of black decks. Like if you have a deck with black characters, they are pretty expensive, because a lot of people are independently making them. So rightfully so, it makes sense. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to keep it in a good price point, something decent, something not too crazy. All right, so let's see. Taurus is next. Let me change the timestamp. All right, Tauruses. What is the center of the reading for the Tauruses? Let's see. All right, sexuality could be a Gemini partnering up with somebody, sensuality, sexuality, things like that. What role do you play here, Taurus? Self-esteem. Okay. All right. So you're offended, you're bothered, you're going to be triggered. Okay, what are you triggered by? What's going to bother you here? Okay. Aries and Taurus. So you're going to be bothered by an Aries. That Aries is following their intuition. I feel like they know not to do something with you, or yeah, intuition and guidance. You know, if there's an Aries involved, that Aries is intuitive, or they're helping people. They're giving good advice. Somebody could just be following their own intuition. Maybe when it comes to you, I don't know if they're saying something offensive. Gemini is going to be next. Okay. What is somebody's intuition telling them here, Taurus? Okay, we've got, yeah, emotions, love, rebellion. Now I will say too, Taurus also came out, I forgot to mention, in the Scorpio reading. Scorpio was supposed to keep an opportunity for themselves and not share it with you. So I don't, maybe that's what you know or something like that. All right, but emotions. What energy should you be in, Taurus? Let's see. What energy should you be in? So you have connectivity and focus. Okay, keep your focus. What should you focus on? You need to, yeah, power again. You need to focus on getting your own power back, or maybe even speaking your mind, or you need to pay attention to what is said or how it is said. All right, let's see. Let's see. There's a high priestess again. I might as well pull it out. Let's see. It didn't came out when I cut the deck. All right. So this is very... So what is somebody's intuition saying here? Because that is what you don't like, or it's bothering you. Justice. Queen of Cups. The Tower. I literally said changing a perspective of love or karma. It's going to change your perspective. You got Gemini and Virgo. The Hermit. Okay. High Priestess and the Temperance and the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress. So a Sag is creating something. They are protecting it. They are doing something for themselves. That is what's wrong. That's the issue. What are you doing in self-esteem, Taurus? You're offended. You're coming out as a Two of Swords, so you want to ignore it. You don't want to hear it. You're bothered. You don't want to hear it. Okay. What energy should you be in with sexuality? The Devil card. All right, so with self-esteem, you're making something seem like it's not a big deal. I feel like it is a big deal. The best advice I could give you is to deal with a Capricorn. All right, yeah, I mentioned that the Capricorn and that Leo are in the same position. I said that. They were both in style. I feel like they're now Capricorn is naturally feminine, and then the strength card is masculine, right? So I feel like you need to listen to a Capricorn. You need to take advice from a Capricorn, take advice from a Leo. I feel like too, we're talking about sexuality. It is better to side with the woman in this case, the way that this is going. All right, if you need advice or something like that, it's better for you to side with a woman or listen to a Capricorn. Let's see what the Capricorn energy is. It's funny because I literally just said I don't get Capricorns a lot and they came out. So what is the Devil card going to show you here? What is this Capricorn going to show you? How to change your focus. Yeah, they're going to teach you how to change your focus. Because I feel like the root of something... let's see, because that's what we're talking about, right? You're focused on the wrong thing. What do you need to focus on is your own power. What were you focused on before, Taurus? All right, ambition. You could have been focused on a Virgo or a Scorpio here. You got ambition, self-love, and leadership. I forget who came out as what. All right. I feel like too, there could have been a type of business that you were focused on, a certain career path. And you were expecting to get like the results of that or the money on that. Okay. What else will you be focused on here, Taurus? Or I feel like you're very focused on a Scorpio or something like that. What else do you need to focus on for yourself? Yeah, there's vision, defense. Okay, so you need to see what is blocking. So what could be blocking you right now if you're trying to make something work? Okay, change. Again, it could be a Scorpio. Yeah, change personality. There's respect. There you are. And then self-love. It's like you don't... First of all, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, that is blocking you or something like that. But I feel like, too, you keep changing something up. Stick to what you need to stick to. Stay consistent. All right, the Devil card can be something that's very consistent and set in stone. It is Saturn ruled. Leo is an energy that is fixed. You're fixed, too, but... What have you been focused on before? I feel like it's like your career path, which is what you should, but... It's hard for me not to tell you that. Yeah, see, here's the offensive part. You are going to get offended. What else should you've been focusing on the Eight of Wands. You may want something to move very quickly. When something needs to be built up over time or something like that. What should you focus on here? Because then you'll be able to see what's blocking. Okay, the Six of Swords. Yeah, I feel like it's mentality. You have the Hermit. You could be getting wisdom from somebody that is older than you, or you could be getting wisdom from a Virgo. All right, let's see what else. I feel like, too, some of you may have been focused on, like, a lot of attention. You're going to have to do something where you're able to do this without external validation. All right, what else could be blocking you? What's the blockage? Yep. Love. It's like, nah, a Scorpio or being loving to somebody, being kind to them. I feel like it's love. What is it blocking you from doing? It's a relationship. What is it blocking you from doing here? Could be something from your past. Yeah, it's blocking you from a new perspective, literally. You can't think clearly. I mean, that's something that's blocking you from how you're seeing something because of your past, your childhood, an emotional connection. And you just can't, you don't have power over your mind just yet. This could be like maybe you're letting somebody make you feel insecure or they're offending you or something like that. But it's the way that you view the scenario. It's the way you view the person. So what I would do in this case, like if you're getting down and you're thinking negatively about yourself or you feel insecure, that definitely can come from a change. Like you can change your mind about that scenario. And if it's something like, say it's something appearance-wise, like that can be changed, you know, or like say you don't feel comfortable in what you're wearing or what you're doing. Start dressing for your body type instead of trying to keep up with like a trend. Or I mean, I don't know. It looks like you're offended by like intuition and guidance. If an Aries is following their intuition and they know what to do in a scenario and they're not supposed to do an opportunity with you, that is what it is. It's not to get offended. It's just not, that's not for you right now. Let's see what else intuition and guidance is. I just feel like somebody's making a right decision and that may bother you. Maybe you're comparing yourself to another person and you're like, why do they get to have that? But they're following their intuition. They're making a good decision. I feel like too, you are coming out indecisive. You don't know what decisions to make, or what else is triggering you? What's intuition and guidance? And then we're going to do Gemini. Sun, Chariot, and the Emperor. There's the Aries. I mean, I feel like that Aries is following their intuition. They know what not to do. Yeah.
I think someone's softly knocking on the door.
Okay, hope that might be my deck. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me see if that's what it is. Ooh. They went up there. I don't know who they was knocking for. Okay, I have no idea. All right, but yeah, so you're coming out this indecisive. We know the Aries is trusting their own intuition. Yeah. All right, that was Taurus. We're going to do Gemini. Gemini is next. And then we have Virgo. Okay. You need a personal, make sure y'all get it. I have a few to do today, so that way I can do yours and I have to do it in the morning because I ran out of time yesterday. I had to do somebody's this morning. All right, so let's see. Geminis. Let me write my timestamp. Okay. Gemini, what is the center of the reading, Geminis? Let's see. What's the center of your reading, Geminis? Okay, respect. Taurus is coming out again. So this is Taurus energy or rules and regulations. All right, what role do you play here, Geminis? Oh, defiance. So maybe the Aries instinctually knows that you're not listening. All right, so you are going against this Taurus. You hate this, or you're going against whatever the rules and regulations are. What else are you going against here? Okay, and what are you doing instead? Oh, okay. No, you're resisting what's going on. So if there's like a certain rule, like a certain due date for something, you don't want to go. You don't want to, you're not going to abide by the timeline. Or you're not going to, literally, you do not want something to go the way that it is going. It is due today or is due to happen this way. These are the conditions. You're just resisting it. So what is it time for it to happen or to occur? You just don't want it to go that way. Fluidity, guidance, power, vision, and defense. All right, and then perspective. Okay, so there is something blocking your, people are going to see what the blockage is. It is time for that to occur. It's like ebbs and flows, but you're going against the flow here, Gemini. What are you resisting? You're just like, I don't want it to go. Yeah, leadership. Okay. So you just don't want somebody to be leading you, or you, I forget who came out as leadership, but you just don't want to listen to that person. You don't, this is who's in charge and you don't want to listen to them, or or like if it's for you to be in charge, like say that's your job or something, you're like, no, I don't. Okay, what energy should you be in here? You're just like, no, I don't want to do that. All right, you got self-love, voice, and knowledge. You just don't want to listen. Okay. Because this is the thing with luck, that kind of represents something that's out of your control. So it's like if somebody else is the leader or they're the teacher or your manager or your supervisor, it's like that's who it is. Or this is your parent, or it's like you're literally, or like, okay, this is the due date. You're like, no, I'm not going to turn it in by that date or something like that. It's like a deadline. It's there. Okay, well, let's see. High on Kick. Make sure you subscribe while you're here or follow, whatever. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. All right, so what's going on? What's luck? You don't fuck with it. You don't like it. The High Priestess is intuition. So if you're watching this, you're not going to like this reading, or you don't like the readings, or you don't like that other people are intuitive. Aries came out as intuition today. So you're like, I don't want Aries to follow their intuition. They came out as I mean, I don't know. They came out as intuition. I see the High Priestess, Queen of Cups, and the Chariot. So somebody's being loving or kind to, it was a lot of people that came out as a Chariot today, but a Cancer energy. Somebody intuitively knows when to be loving or kind or generous. Or knows to be loving or kind or generous to a Cancer. Okay. You don't like that. I don't know. You're just like, I don't. Okay. Let's see. Or you don't like that somebody is intuitive. Now it says fluidity and guidance. So there's a lot of water here. Somebody, you may feel like somebody switches up when it's time to be sympathetic to a Cancer or something like that. But I mean, that's their, I don't know, their intuition is there. So I'm not going to question intuition. That means it's a good idea. Or, all right, what are you doing in defiance, Geminis? Yeah, the Star. You're like, what? So you're going to play basically like devil's advocate. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, but you're going to play devil's advocate. Basically, you're like, no, I don't think that's right. What if this happens? So you're just going to look from a different perspective. It is a major perspective. Like you are watching what this person is saying. You may even like purposely do the opposite. All right. So what is leadership? What are you resisting? Oh, you're an Aries dealing with a Gemini. Yeah, Ten of Swords, Four of Wands, Six of Wands. You want somebody else to be in charge. It looks like some people may want a man to be in charge instead. Yeah, there's the Hierophant. That's the center of the reading. You either want the Taurus to be right or you want a man to be... I mean, I don't know. You just don't respect something. You have no respect for the person. What is intuition guiding you to do, or what are they telling you to do if they're intuitive or something? Yeah, trapped mood, knowledge. I don't, yeah, fluidity. I don't know. Like somebody's like, okay, now you're just trapped in sadness, or you can only see something bad, or fluidity is ups and downs. Something is good and bad, but it's like somebody only, so somebody could feel like you only gain knowledge, or you're only, you know how they say like with wisdom you're sad, or like ignorance is bliss, or if you're intelligent and you know what's going on in the world, how can you be happy? And so it could be one of them mindsets or something. Like something has like a trap mindset around sadness, but it's fluidity and guidance. So something is guided as it happens. Everything's not always sad, or everything's not always happy, or it's just like, but you're like, no, I'm not. Okay, well, what are you doing? What else are you doing in the Star card instead? Yeah, mystery and fluidity. Like I feel like you don't really understand what that means. Maybe you're confused about it, or You want something to be fixed. It's interesting because Aquarius is a fixed energy, right? So you want something to be a constant downpour, or you expect something to constantly be like this, like still waters, or something is not supposed to be going that way. So yeah, I mean, all right, what other energy should you be in then, Gemini? I mean, that's pretty much your reading. You just don't want to listen to somebody. All right, so you have superstition and mood. Like, you need to be worried. I mean, let's see. What should you, I'm going to pull that back up. What should you actually be concerned about or pay attention? There could be a superstition around sadness or something, but it's like you need to be concerned. Looks like somebody's going to heal their control over their finances. And then here's the perspective. So I don't know. I mean, literally, it's almost feels like there's no point in giving you the reading, because it's like you're not going to listen to whatever it says anyway, or whatever I tell you, you want to do the opposite. Or whatever somebody said, if it's an Aries and they're giving you advice, I would listen. They are correct. All right, well, what other energy should you be in? Yep, I got new nails. I got to do my nails for my tarot card video. I mentioned also in the Aries reading where they could see that insecurity stops the plan from working. So I feel like that could be what an Aries is talking about. They're like, yeah, this person created it this way. The Empress, the Emperor, they created it, they protected it, boom. Somebody's insecure, they feel offended, and that is why a plan is not working. Like, these are different. This is insecurity, something not working. This is confidence, and this is being at peace. Or this is insecurity and having to strategize. This is about being confident and not worrying about who you are, how you are. So somebody doesn't need to be intentional if they're already confident in themselves. That is the topic of conversation. That is what somebody's trying to explain to you. All right, well, Virgo's last but not least. We're going to do Virgo. Oh, that just reminded me. I got to call my sister back. You said scratches all down your back. I don't have sex, so. And I would not be having sex with you. So it would be no scratches on your back, for sure. All right. When I say I don't have sex, I mean frequently. I mean, I'm very picky with who it is with. So, all right, let's see. That's what I mean. I don't mean, no, it's no yet. Trust me, Steve. You have no chance at all. I promise you. All right, Virgos. Unless you're somebody I know in disguise. But other than that. All right, what's the center of the reading for the Virgos? Let's see. Center of the reading for the Virgos. Dominance. All right, we got dominance. Let's see. Let's see what the dominant energy is. I doubt it, Steve. I doubt you did. I already know who my people are. Trust me. All right, so who is the dominant energy, or what is the dominant energy here? Self-esteem. Who had that? I forget. All right, so being offended or feeling insecure or feeling left out, what does that dominate? Love. Now, I mean, that's actually easy to read. I don't know why I'm so shocked. If you said Leo, we did Leo at 31 minutes. So if we're talking about being insecure or feeling left out, of course that controls like our standards in our love life, right? Like if you are not very confident in yourself, if you are not like sure of your standards, sure that you can get certain people in your life or date in a certain manner, then yes, you'll settle, or you'll do different things in your love life that you typically don't have to do. Also, if you don't want to feel left out or isolated, then you'll be more loving towards people, right? Like you'll do more for people for them to accept who you are as a person. So I feel like that could be what's going on. There could be some insecurities. What might somebody feel insecure about here? They could not. Okay, we got that Leo, strength and angel. That Leo Sagittarius combination is lethal. It keeps coming out. All right, so there's a scenario with a Leo and a Sagittarius, or if there is, like I said, if there is not a Leo and a Sagittarius involved, thank you for the star, thank you for the gift. This is, like I said, the fire signs are yourself. It's your soul, your own personality. All right, so somebody just may not feel comfortable putting themselves out there, being themselves, things like that. If there are people involved, somebody may feel insecure around a Leo and a Sagittarius. This could, maybe it's somebody else's relationship. Maybe somebody feels offended that a Leo and a Sag is together, or working together, or they're friends, or something like that. And then that determines what they do out of love for other people or trying to be accepted. All right, let's see. What role do you play here, Virgos? Maybe somebody dated a Leo and a Sag or something. All right, so right now you're luck. All right, so you are right on time. You're right on schedule. You are you could be an opportunity for somebody. You could be the person that the Gemini is going against. It just depends. All right, but your luck. So what is your luck right now, Virgo? What opportunity do you have for yourself? You have a good opportunity. Okay, courage. What are you able to have courage to do? Okay, leadership. All right. Oh, leadership again. You got voice and ambition. All right. So if you're wondering about like if you like say you want to apply for like a manager position, a supervisory position, maybe you want to do like a side hustle, maybe you want to be a teacher, maybe you're in a good position to do this. You have a great opportunity to do it. So this is a good time. If I don't see you coming out now. If you think so, this is the thing, right? Your luck. So you have a great opportunity to lead, teach, whatever, right? If you feel insecure, then that part is for you. Maybe you feel like you wouldn't be a good teacher. Maybe you feel like you're not supposed to be in that position, but you are okay to take whatever leap you want to take. If you're like, damn, like maybe I should wait till I live here. Maybe I should wait till I have this saved up. You don't have to wait for anything. You can take this, you can take initiative and you can create this, or yeah, you can initiate this. All right. Or you can start maybe this business or whatever you want to do. This is a good time for you to do it. All right, so let's see. Let's get 8 cards. I should have figured out whose self-esteem was triggered, but all right, so the Queen of Cups, 9 of Cups, Emperor, the King of Pentacles. So these 4 cards, first of all, they are within you. You are able to afford something. You are able to do this. I see you also getting like, this could be your health being restored, your body getting back together. All right, here you got the 8 of Swords, the Star, the 2 of Cups, and then the 7 of Wands. All right, so, and then there's the Temperance. I figured that was going to come out. All right, so there's Sag energy. There could be a relationship with you and an Aquarius that blocks out a Sagittarius, or there's a scenario between an Aries and an Aquarius that blocks out a Sagittarius. I'm also getting literally somebody, the energy of having your own identity. Somebody knows who they are, but they have a habit of allowing other people to influence them first, or they need that external validation first, and then they can present something out to the world, then they can present it to people. All right, so let's see what else. What is the Temperance energy here? So something will get blocked out. Okay, so that's knowledge. So why would that block that out? Okay. All right, so the temperance here is knowledge. It could be knowledge of self, having the information. Like I said, if you need courage and leadership, you needed to know that. What does the temperance have knowledge about? What do they know? Okay, innovation. They know how to create something. They're creative. It could be literally knowing how to make something from scratch. It could be manifestations. They know how to manifest, magic, things like that, but they're creative. They know how to create something, or they have knowledge of manipulation. That could be another thing as well. All right, excuse me. All right, so what might block that out with the Seven of Wands? Looks like there's a guidance. Okay. Listening to who? We know I feel like it's other people. Yeah, they're at peace, defiance, and resilience. What would you be guided to do? To not listen to somebody, or hustle, mystery, and style? You may end up paying for this information, even though you could get it for free, or you could find it out, or you might end up doing something for a Cancer or with a Cancer. All right. Let's see what you'll be doing in courage and leadership here, Virgos. You're able to do this. It's not, if you think you can't, you can. All right, what are you doing in courage and leadership? Let's see. What are you doing in courage and leadership? Go ahead and somebody is like literally jealous or like hating on like a goal that you have. Okay, here we go, and that's bringing it to an end. If you were worried about money, you have enough money to do this. What else comes to an end here? So do something yourself. You don't need to listen to another person anymore. All right, power. What is the new cycle for you? We know it's courage and leadership. I feel like somebody's telling you what to do. Got style, versatility, emotions, transition, and pride. You may be able to show something off as well. Because I feel like as soon as you have a fantasy or a goal, somebody could say no to it. They don't like it. I feel like, too, if you're worried about the ebbs and flows of something, like whether or not it's going to be good and stagnant, you're fine. Because something starts out as the Nine of Cups and then it's the Four of Cups. So something could be going really well and then you get to the boring parts and you don't want to do it or you give up. What else are you able to do with leadership? Or, yeah, leadership. What else are you able to do here, Virgos? And then I'm about to be done. Yeah. Excuse me. There's Leo and Sag again. I'm going to figure that out. All right, I'm going to leave it there, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. I have a lot to do. I will get the cards up because I got to take all my photos and all that and videos and all that good stuff. So give me, it'll be up there tonight. I know y'all gonna want them or want to see them. We will be using them tomorrow, most likely. And I have a whole box of decks. So I think I got 25. And then minus, I got to keep some for myself. So I'm going to put about 20 on the store. So make sure y'all get these. These are the first batches. And the printer that I found, they print very, very quickly. So if if I do sell out, don't worry, I'll be able to get some more. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Book y'all readings in the store. I appreciate y'all. If you join as a member, email me with your YouTube username. And then you do get your monthly question. There will be career and love readings up there as well for my members. Also, guys, I can tell if you are really a member. Okay, do not email me no nonsense talking about you're a YouTube member. I can see the members. I can literally see a list of their usernames. I can see their picture. I can see what they look like. Do not do that. I can see when y'all signed up as a member. Don't do that to people. That's not cool. All right. Bye, y'all. I'm going to timestamp this. If you're on TikTok, this is up on my YouTube. Same username as EeshUrHeartOut. Thank y'all for the support. I appreciate y'all. Hope it resonated. Hope it helped. I'll be back later.